Achoo!
Protect yourself and others by preventing the spread of coronavirus, COVID-19. To keep everyone in our college safe from coronavirus, we all need to abide by the measures we have put in place to help to prevent the spread of the infection on our premises and grounds. One of the most important measures is not to come into college if you are experiencing any of the symptoms of COVID-19, which are a high temperature. This means you feel hot to the touch on your chest or back. A new continuous cough. This means coughing a lot, for more than an hour, or 3 or more coughing episodes in 24 hours. If you usually have a cough, it may be worse than usual. Or, if you are suffering a loss of taste or smell, or a noticeable change. If any of these symptoms start after you have arrived at college, you must immediately inform the appropriate member of staff, as detailed in the recording and tracking procedure. Then return home and follow the government stay-at-home guidance. You must make sure you are familiar with the recording and tracking procedure that can be accessed via My Day, under, at source, and details exactly what you must do in these circumstances. If you are displaying symptoms and cannot return home independently, you will be instructed to wait in the visitors' changing room, which is our isolation area, until you can be collected. We all know one of the main ways to prevent catching or spreading COVID-19 is to maintain our social distance. So as you enter the college, make sure you wait patiently, spaced apart. And only one person at a time enters each section of the revolving doors. To help us to avoid coming face to face with someone as we move around the college, make sure you follow the signage instructing us to move around the building in one direction only. If you need to queue for assistance, make sure you maintain your distance from the person in front of you by standing on the floor markings. If there are more people than floor markings queuing, then make sure you stand 3 paces away from the person in front of you. When you're in your workroom or classroom, you must sit apart from one another. The desks and seats will be set out appropriately, so you must not move your seat closer to someone else. Avoid face-to-face meetings. Use the telephone or email wherever possible. If you have to meet face-to-face, and you cannot be the stipulated distance apart, the meeting should last no more than 15 minutes. The shorter the better. Our lifts are not large enough to allow for the current social distancing measures. So they can only be used by one person at a time. If the rules change, then the sign will be removed. The other main defense we have against COVID-19 is to ensure we frequently wash or sanitize our hands. At the entrance to the college, make sure you use the hand sanitizer before passing through the turnstiles, and frequently wash or sanitize your hands throughout the day, as instructed in this NHS film clip. If you cough or sneeze, follow the NHS advice to use a tissue which should be discarded as quickly as possible. And then clean your hands. If you are not able to locate a tissue quickly enough, cough or sneeze into the inside crook of your bent elbow. Saliva spreads disease, so do not stick chewed gum on college furniture, or discard it on the floor. And refrain from spitting on the college grounds. To reduce the chance of cross-contamination, do not share pens, office equipment or touch another person's personal items. If you have to share equipment, then make sure you have sanitized your work area, and the shared equipment with the paper towel and disinfectant supplied. Remember to wash or sanitize your hands frequently and not to touch your face. Before entering any teaching wing or zone, you must wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Current government advice is that face coverings are not recommended. However, they remain an acceptable option. If you do choose to wear a face covering, it is important you know how to use one safely, as shown in this video clip.
Here's how to wear a face covering. First off, wash your hands before putting it on using soap or an alcohol-based sanitizer gel.
Without touching the front, cover your mouth and nose. It should go all the way up to the bridge of your nose and down under your chin. Hook the straps around your ears or tie them around the back of your head. You don't want any gaps between your face and the mask.
Avoid touching your nose, eyes or mouth at all times. Take it off from behind, store it in a plastic bag until you can wash it,
And then wash your hands.
and wash it regularly with your other laundry using your normal detergent. But remember, a face covering isn't a substitute for hand washing or social distancing. And the World Health Organization says you should only wear a medical mask if you're sick or you're caring for someone who's sick.
COVID-19 specific risk assessments have been conducted, and staff must ensure they read and follow the control measures. Staff will need to communicate all relevant measures to students and monitor compliance. Any concerns regarding the control measures should be raised with the departmental head immediately. Finally, make sure you read and abide by the COVID-19 safety rules which are displayed around the college, and can be found on My Day, under, at source, and details exactly what you must do in these circumstances. Protect yourself and others by preventing the spread of coronavirus, COVID-19.